All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, mostly gentlemen, welcome back to This Week in Base Hit. I am your host, Zubaz, joined as always, but for the first time, round winner, Citizen Clone. Clone, congratulations on your round win.
How did you know that I made it? Yeah, I'm very happy. I talked last week about how I could set my clock by the fact of my team falling apart starting Thursday night and Friday morning, usually being
Having a,
knowing that it was done, and
yep,
we had a big Thursday. So
got to Friday or whatever we're calling it.
I and we all know that emulation is part of the whatever. What the what's the
Imitation's the best form of
imitation is?
flattery.
Yes.
But you didn't imitate
I did a
anybody.
lot of
You did
imitating.
your own thing.
I thought
You went with a low
so.
end pitching staff, very smart. Your pitching staff's doing well.
We'll
Um,
see how it goes. I did. I
Mike,
did.
Mike, Mike had a round win too,
Yeah,
and
Mike's been
Marty
killing it.
had a round
Mike's been
win.
killing it. We'll see. It doesn't obviously it doesn't ensure that the next round will be good, but I fully believe in the every round that you survive uh,
Is a good
is
one.
winning. It's an honor just to be nominated, kind of thing. And I'm happy about making it to finals. But you did send me on it now that we're talking about it. You were talking about the frequency charts, so we're talking contests. If everybody doesn't understand, and if people haven't seen the frequency chart, you should look at the frequency chart because it's fascinating, which is on the player lists for contests. If you click frequency, it'll show you how many teams a player is on, and then how much they survive along the way. And you and I were talking about it yesterday, and then that had me searching to see kind of the most chalky versus the most contrarian teams. Which I don't know. It's interesting to me because of the idea of like, is the group think actually the right thing or not? Um, which I mean, generally it it moves towards the group, right? Generally, if you pick players that are more popular, it doesn't matter. I'm already having a hard time. You pick
Yeah,
players that a lot of people picked. Generally, that's paying off. That as the contest goes on, your players are generally rising to the
I would
top. But
just
okay,
encourage people if they look at the frequency chart, like you mentioned imitation. I would caution people not to just look at what people are doing, but try to figure out why they're doing it because it might not be as obvious as first indicates, so like try to dig in. You can look at players that are doing well over the contests, and a lot of times that's where you'll see the why because the what doesn't always match up. There are no secrets. I will say that though. It's just trying to do the best with what you have. There's definitely multiple ways to do well. It's just like seeing what is that thing. And I think you're a good case this week to show that there was a lot of people trying to pitch with scrubs in their bullpen, and that worked previously, but now that the opponents are getting better, it's not working as well anymore. And a lot of those people dropped off. Your low end team with relievers is working. So
the endurance was low this week, so
yep.
I was trying to. I mean, I didn't know how it was going to play out, but I was trying to make it harder to get by without a bullpen. But
There you go.
yeah, what I was trying to say before. I look back, so I was pulling like the most contrarian teams and that through the contest that have done well, because to me those are like the heroes, the people that went. Because just the group think isn't necessarily right if you're just like the group, but and the biggest one was GE Challenger, which I remember. We didn't know the name, but he had like it was
He
like
was the biggest
5%.
contrarian.
Yeah, he made it to the finals and he had like one of the most different teams. I'll
Cool.
have to link it. Yeah,
I'll have
one of
to
the
check
most
it out.
different teams of the week. It's like fifth percentile of common,
Oh
whatever.
wow, so he was a real outlier.
Yep.
Wow,
Um,
cool.
so those teams that stuck out because we both believe, yeah, Toke when he won the contest, that was earlier on, but things have changed a little bit, but that was also a different team. I don't know. It's cool to see the different teams have done well, and then my hope, which I haven't got, I was able to identify those. My hope is that I'll be able to see some patterns there, but who knows?
Yeah.
I'm still trying to do some science here and figure it out.
Who knows? Well, good luck in the finals. Um,
You
yeah,
too. You
Hardy
too.
is in the finals as well as Snow Wind is there. Christo is there, so he's always dangerous. I'm convinced he's going to
Or
win
you were unhappy that Christo made it.
because I know he's going to win. Christo knows what he does. He knows how he do.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Admins, we admin team did okay this week. We'll see. We're taking up spots, but we're trying.
Yep,
We're
working
learning.
hard, trying to play.
You said, and nothing is secret. That's the important part of like because we had CK who was on an unbelievable run that I'm not gonna lie, like I like it when different people win. I don't want the same person to win every week, but he just had an incredible run that I hope will not be beaten or matched soon. But
Yeah.
everything he did, absolutely public,
Yep.
and you could stare at it, and you should be able to learn from it and then adapt.
And to be fair, he tried to do the same thing this week, didn't make to Friday. So the opponents change too, so your strategy has to evolve, and that's the fun part about the thing is like every you have a chance every week.
Yep. All right.
Yep.
I
Um,
talked over you when you have a picture there.
well, I just wanted to talk real quick about now certainly a lot of people might know why Hank Aaron's up there right now. Yesterday was the anniversary of Barry Bonds breaking his record, which was cool. Which was cool. Yeah, we all remember the iconic Hank Aaron when he broke Babe Ruth's record. He was running around. There's weirdos chasing him, but that's not what I want to talk about. What I want to talk about is bobbleheads. Bobbleheads, if you're a real baseball fan, you have bobbleheads. Not because you collect bobbleheads, because you trip over bobbleheads just by being a baseball fan, right? And I was thinking, and I put that one up just because it was the anniversary, but I recently got one of my favorite bobbleheads of all time, and I wanted to share it. So many of you might
You didn't
know.
warn me in advance. I don't have my bobbleheads in
Oh,
front of me.
sorry. Yeah, the because you have some good ones too. I got that Pete Rose one I've shown off plenty of times of Charlie Hustle sliding into home, and but a lot of you might know Bryce Terang from the Brewers, second baseman. He's a wizard. I mean, he's like one of the best second basemen of our generation. He not only won the Gold Glove last year, but he won the Platinum Glove, which was pretty cool for the best defensive player overall in baseball. And so they put out 20,000 if you went to the game. Bryce Terang bobbleheads where he had a platinum glove. And then 1,000 of those was a completely platinum bobblehead. And then 42 of those, so only 42 exist, is a completely platinum Bryce Terang bobblehead where he signs it as well. So here's my new completely platinum Bryce Terang
Wow.
bobblehead with the signature. I had to buy it on eBay because I don't live in Wisconsin, but that's pretty cool, right?
Yeah, that is cool. So it was just random. It wasn't the
Yeah, it was just
first
a giveaway.
42 people because then
No,
you
totally.
had
You didn't know what it was until you opened it.
that's awesome.
Yeah,
That's a great idea. I'm surprised. Maybe other teams are doing that. I have
they
no
added
idea.
some scarcity to it. Yeah, I had never heard of that either.
That
So
is a great idea.
it's pretty cool. And then I got one more story because my son, a bobblehead that I have never shared with I've shared the Charlie Hustle one. Obviously, I share my euchre ones. Obviously, Willie McGee makes an appearance often, but the one I have not shared is one of the best stories ever in baseball, and it's the Daryl Strawberry bobblehead. So we all know Daryl Strawberry's story, one of the greatest baseball players of his generation, but he struggled with drug and alcohol addiction. And when he was trying to make it back to the Yankees in 1996, he decided, because for the love of baseball, he joined an independent league team called the St. Paul Saints. And St. Paul embraced him. St. Paul Saints, very unique team. They have a documentary. I think it's like not when the Saints went go marching in. It's called The Saint of Second Chances. That's what it's called. So check that out on Netflix if you're a baseball fan. It's a great story. And they featured Darryl Strawberry in there, where in 1996 they brought him in against all of their good decision making, right? Because he was trouble at the time.
Yeah, yeah.
But he came in for the love of baseball and only played 28 games. In those 28 games, he hit 18 home runs, just mashed. Like the whole city fell in love with him. They were overselling the stadium. It's a great story. So you should just definitely watch it. So they made the St. Paul Saints made a bobblehead for him. This is from 1996, and it's
That's
my
awesome.
favorite bobblehead for a lot of reasons. And uh, they retired his number. So his number is retired even though he only played 28 games
Yeah.
with them. So that, and Darryl Strawberry highlights that is his favorite part of his entire career was playing with the St. Paul
Really?
Saints. So I thought that's a good story to share with everybody, and
That's very
check out
cool.
that documentary.
I was telling you this week, and I think it's because I just got a new bobblehead that I will show off another time. But I do think it's funny how many I don't know how many Brewers do. Dodgers are doing bobbleheads like
Yeah.
every week,
Yeah. One a week. Yeah. That sounds right.
and they're doing a ton of them. And then I don't know why it makes sense to me. I don't know why I imagine that they would like try to honor the person on the day, but I've learned that that is not at all correct. So Dodgers did Blake Snell bobblehead night while he was hurt. They did Sasaki night while he was
Was
hurt.
hurt.
They
But they
did
did do
Wilson.
Otani while he was pitching.
That was luck. That was just luck.
Maybe it
Yes,
was just luck, but it was a cool night.
it was just luck because they plan them. They plan them way in advance. That's
Yeah,
the thing.
yeah.
But the Will Smith one was the one that killed me because it was Will Smith night and he was there and they didn't play him. They just sat him that day.
They
Uh,
sat him on his bobblehead night?
yeah.
Oh man, that's a
So that,
manager mistake. You can't do that
yeah.
because people are coming in for Will Smith.
I mean, they still get the bobblehead. I know. I mean, it seemed crazy to me too, but they didn't. Apparently, there's no they're gonna do what they're gonna do. I don't know.
So with Blake Snell or Roki Sasaki, like when they do their bobblehead, do they even acknowledge him? Do they let him like throw out the first pitch or something?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah, that is weird.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, what are you gonna? I mean, you have to plan in advance and like
Yeah,
probably before the season. They probably made the Sasaki ones before the season was underway. Uh, but yeah, I don't know.
I
What
feel
would you
like
do?
it could change the date though, right? It's just a bobblehead.
Maybe.
Well, maybe they list it out to season ticket holders, and
Yeah, I don't know.
yeah,
You
I don't
plan
know.
it. I'm gonna go. We'll get tickets for August 4th for Sasaki night. It's gonna be awesome. And then what? And he's hurt, and they say we're actually gonna change it to August 29th. Then you're pissed.
Yep, yep,
But
yep.
I hear what you're saying. You could talk to the
I'll
marketing
talk. I'll
group.
talk to him.
I like the idea of them throwing out the first pitch. Maybe they do that. Who knows? I
Yep,
really like the idea of your of the scarcity on that one. I got to look up if other
yep.
people are doing
Bryce Strang signed 42 of them.
that. All right,
I
sweet.
love that bobblehead. Anyways, um,
We probably already went long, but get in the contest this week. Um, New contest out there. I don't know
what
if you've
what's the story with this one?
I don't know
What
if
was
you've
the
looked at
Wizard
it.
of
You're not
Oz
going to
doing
like it
back
at
then?
all.
Oh, really?
This week, I don't think you're going to like it. Uh,
I never like it.
First of all of the opponent stadiums are tiny. They're the minimum stadiums.
First time you're doing
I'm
that. That's
I'm
interesting.
curious to see how that happens. I do not know how to play different stadiums. I'm curious to see what other people do with it. Um, and just to be a jerk, the pitching options are pretty power heavy this week. So we're gonna see how people play it.
You're going for small stadiums and fly balls. Is that the
Yeah.
plan?
So
Yeah.
we're gonna see what happens, how many home runs we're giving up. And I don't know if you make a team that is geared towards the opponent's stadiums or you go the other way because you're still playing half your games in your stadiums.
Yeah.
Uh, and the
Well,
other one, oh, to the one nice thing I tried to do, but maybe it'll be complicated, is I'm letting people change their stadium every day if they want to.
that's
So
always fun. That's always fun. Slick would tell you, based on his data, that high power does not increase the amount of home runs given up.
okay.
I've not independently verified that. He said it does increase fly balls, but not home runs given up. That seems suspicious to me because more fly balls, more of them will fly out. But I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
in real
Maybe.
life, who knows? But I believe it. I don't have
Who
data
knows?
like that,
We'll
so I
see.
don't
We'll
know.
see.
And yeah, we're gonna find out this week. Maybe it'll be all better. I know back in the day, I used to try to avoid. I used to play minimum stadiums and avoid power pitchers, but I don't know. Which one more MLB connection? We saw the fastest pitch ever hit for a home run.
Yeah, we did. It was Lourdes Gurriel from the Arizona Diamondback hit it off of Mason Miller, I think in his first Pirate or Padres. Um, well, it wasn't a save opportunity; it was a setup. But he threw it at 103.9 miles an hour, and Gurriel sent it screeching out
Yeah,
of the park.
I don't. What was the? I don't know what the exit
I don't
velocity
know
was,
either.
but it was definitely solid contact because it was
Yeah, it
like.
was perfect.
Look
But you're like that. I don't
it
think
up.
that's a knock on Mason Miller because normally that pitch is somewhat unhittable, but I think like you just barrel it up perfect and it's the perfect recipe for just thunder. It was awesome to watch. When you told me, I went and looked it up and I was like, oh, your eyes get big because you can just kind of feel the contact he made, and it
Yeah.
just has a great sound to it.
I
It was cool.
listened to a lot of games on the radio recently, and the way they do the sound is so important. And
Yeah.
listening
Can you hear it?
for hitting the catcher's
Yeah.
bat and hearing the kind of contact and trying to judge what it is, and specifically, yeah, when you hear the solid contact, you're like, oh crap, before they say anything.
Yep.
Uh, anyway,
Yep.
all right.
That's awesome. Uh, I was going to say something about an announcer. I've been watching, like yesterday, Brewers weren't on, so I always pick a game. Like I always watch the condensed games, but I pick a game to watch beginning 10. The choices were slim yesterday, but I watched Paul Skeens pitch. And that is entertaining. He is so good. Like he has six pitches that and he's good at all of them. Like normally you have your strikeout pitch, but he has four out of his six are strikeout pitches.
I haven't checked his stats recently, but
I think he's like,
is he still expected for the Cy Young?
yeah, yeah.
And how many wins is he gonna
Not many. Not
have?
many. He's gonna win the Cy Young with like six wins.
Yeah,
But he has like a 1.99 ERA right now
that's a different conversation another day. Fixing the win. We've talked about it maybe before, but fixing the win stat.
in
There was a good
MLB.
article about
Yep.
it recently.
Gotta do it for a variety of reasons. Also, like if you have an opener and then the bulk reliever pitches like 6 innings, they don't get that's not it changes the win qualification. So like
Oh,
it
really?
yeah, yeah, like if you're a starter, you have to pitch 5 innings. But you don't get the same qualification as a bulk reliever.
Uh, yeah, I don't know. I have to look
And
at that.
if you pitch 1 inning in the seventh and you take the lead, you can get the win. But then the opener can't get the win under any circumstances. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
They,
they gotta
they got to
modernize,
fix it.
and it was a good article. I need to find it, but about an idea for the wins losses that I really liked. I don't know if you read it.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, we'll talk about it
You
another.
know, like sorry, but like
No,
if
okay.
the opener pitches 1 inning and their team scores 45 runs in that inning, right? You still can't get the win. It doesn't make any sense. But if you're down 2-3 and some hitter hits a 2-run home run, you get the win. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
Whatever.
need a new stat, but the whole argument of the article was, yeah, back in the day when you used to talk about pitchers, kind of, and you would talk about, yeah,
Wins in
20
ERA.
20 game winner.
Yep.
And I mean, 20 game winner now would be
It would be
insane.
hard, if not impossible. Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway,
The guy leading the majors right now, I think, has 12 wins.
does he? Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. So, all right, there you go. That's this week. Sorry we ran a little bit over, but I think the stories were good. The contest is good, and there's stories in the data if you're willing to look. Just keep playing. Keep playing. All right. Until next week. That's this week in Base Hit, and we are out of here to topless wooden shoes.